think they'll be on their best behaviour today.
Yes, I think they will. We're set to go. Mr. Medley's just looking at his watch, and Jackson Irvine plays it all the way back to the centre. The calm at Fazdean is Flanagan on the ball, floats the ball across to the wing here, looking for Marvin Sordell. Here's Christensen from hands on loan from Fulham, out to Flanagan on the far side. He plays that against Romain Sawyers, and it spins away for a throw on the far side, which Kitely will look to take. Kitely, the man who's come back into the team for the Brewers today. Championship once again with 4 goals down at Ashton Gate last night. Who would have thought they were all going the way of the West Country side, but goals are plenty again. A couple of 2-2 draws in the games earlier this day. It is the entertainment league, isn't it? I mean, anybody can beat anybody on their day.
And that's the beauty about this league is that, you know, you really do think that sides should just turn up and win, but they just don't, because other sides are so competitive and actually punch above their weight like Burton do.
What a great ball by Barber, out to Hotter. First touch for the Spaniard on the far side. Cuts in field. Woods is available. Will he have a shot here? No, tries to box a ball into the box just ahead of Kirschbaumer, and it runs all the way through to John McLaughlin for his first touch of the afternoon in his bright green top with a very strange pair of boots there, Mick. Looks
rhubarb and custard.
Rhubarb and custard, exactly. Yeah, you're eating some of those in the car on the way up. Balls. You can see the strength of the wind there. That's gone all the way through to Dan Bentley in goal, who's dressed in red this afternoon. He rolls it out to his skipper, who's been in brilliant form. He's one of the players who I think did emerge, it's fair to say, from Tuesday with his head held high. Had a good game, did all he could. But pretty well the rest of the team, apart from Bentley, not at their best. Here's Luke Murphy, plays the ball through the centre. Here's Woodrow's going to try a shot here from distance, just past the post. Well, he's appealing for a corner, nothing given, but that wasn't a bad effort.
Yeah, Cooley Woodrow was about 25 yards out. Brentford were kind of backing off, and Bentley wasn't central in the goal, so he just pinged a right-footed shot. It was kind of a grass cutter, but it skidded off the turf. Dan Bentley was a bit worried. It just skidded past the post. Woodrow was claiming for a corner, but it certainly wasn't, but it was a close chance.
Here's Jackson Irvine, picks up that ball out of defence. Brentford win it back. Hotter on the right-hand side to Sawyers. Sawyers on the wing, cuts in field. Here's Woods, bit of space for Ryan Woods. He comes square to Johan Barbe. Fields on this left-hand side, but he comes here back to Ryan Woods. Short pass to Sawyers. Sawyers moves it wide, and Maxine Cullen trod on the ball there, regained his composure, passes it to Woods. Woods to Sawyers. Brentford moving the ball well now. Sawyers coming across field, then tried a reverse pass, didn't work out, but it comes back to Maxine Cullen again, just over the halfway line, inside the Burton Albion half. Sawyers goes back to Woods. Woods, one of those little spin passes we know he does so well, out to Barbe. Barbe back to his skipper, looking for runners. Burton holding a high line here. Brentford looking to beat the offside trap. The ball played through there to Lassie Weber, then back to Kirschbaumer. Ball over the top. Tom Field makes a run, as does Canos, and Brayford has to play that right into the top of the stand, and Brentford will get a throw in about 5 yards from the corner flag.
Good signs here, Mark, is that Burton aren't flying in with the tackles. They're just keeping a line, which means that Brentford can pick off through the gaps, which is what they did there.
Here's Field with the throw, level with the penalty area on this left-hand side, but good defending from Burton. They get it away. Woodrow here passed it to Murphy. Murphy's pass is blocked by Canos. It comes out for a throw. Nigel Clough there, just having a chat with Christensen. Is Brayford. Brayford didn't really work out for him at Sheffield United. Quality player though, whenever I've seen him, Mick, as the ball's gone all the way back to
Never
Bentley.
understood it, Mark. Never understood it. He's a really good right back, and he was even captain at Sheffield United.
Yes,
it just wasn't
he
taken by the fans there. It just didn't work out.
And of course, he's been at Derby as well. He was on loan to Sheffield United. They were delighted to get him after a very good spell there. They had that good cup run. Now he's Hotter over the halfway line, still with it Hotter, and he draws the foul from Flanagan. Brentford will have a free kick 10 yards over the centre circle. They take it quickly. The referee's happy with that. It looked like the ball might have been moving. Sawyers slows the play down, plays it back to Woods. Woods ball over the right-hand side, looking for Maxine Colin. Maxine Colin's into the box here. Opportunity for Brentford, floats it to the far post. No one's there. Brayford heads it away, comes back to Tom Field. Not good control from Tom time. Now here's Dean. Dean back to Woods. Woods struggles there, just stretching for it. 3 players round him, and eventually Kirschbaumer gives away a foul.
Yeah, it was interesting there. Maxi just got in around the left back, just got there, crossed it over, kind of crossed it without looking, but it just came out to Tom Field, who just took a right touch with the right foot, just took it away. Rather, if it had fallen to his left and a shot, he'd have had a free shot on.
Early goal in the Championship, and it's gone to Queen's Park Rangers against Fulham, against Rotherham.
Oh.
Fulham, of course, is the other team we'll be keeping an eye on today, as their playoff hopes were strengthened last night by Sheffield Wednesday being beaten at home by Reading. Bit of a shock result there. Sheffield Wednesday can't find any consistency.
No, you look at it, Sheffield Wednesday, you feel should be in that top 6, but you just get the feeling they just lose games that you don't fancy. That, yeah. I mean, even us winning up there was really a surprise to a lot of people in the Championship. So they do drop a lot of points, Sheffield Wednesday. You just wonder if they're going to miss out this year.
Well, both Barbe and Dean made themselves available, but Bentley tried to call them both forward, so urged them forward. Dean makes another run back to Bentley, but he says, no, go on, get moving. Well, that's against the wind. That's a pretty good purchase on it, a long way downfield. Oh, block from the referee there. That's quite a good block, actually, but it came back to Burton. Now ball's played out to the left-hand side. There's Kitely chasing that one, but always going to see that one out of play was Maxine Colin. He takes the throw quickly. Dean back to Maxine Colin again, just chips it down the right channel. Little flick header from Hotter down the line, and the ball's bypassing Lassie Vibe up front at the moment. They go out to the left side again. It's gone away and behind. They appeal for a corner. The referee gives a goal kick. A little bit messy here in the first 7 minutes. Yeah,
you're looking at it, and what they're doing is McFadzean is looking. Once he gets the ball, they're not playing through the centre Burton. They're definitely playing the channels. They've got Swardell on the wing, and they've got Kitely on the left wing. And what they're doing is they're pinging balls so that our wing backs are under pressure, and they're trying to get headers in to go into Woodrow in the centre. Hasn't quite worked. They're trying to use the wind, but they're not judging the wind, and Bentley out with a goal kick.
Well, another team from the East Midlands been in the news recently is Leicester, of course. They're 2-0 up already at West Ham. As there's a throw on the far side, Brentford to take it halfway inside their own half. This is it's the sort of conditions you had these conditions week in, week out when we were back in League Two. It's very retro today, Mick.
Yeah, it's League One and League Two weather as well, isn't it?
Here's Bentley on the ball. It's windy. It's been threatening to rain. Ball by Barber out to Phil. Well, Phil, that was poor. Yeah, that was just try and flick it on rather than control it first, and it's just gone straight out of play for Burton. So that's a good ball to Jackson Irvine, just outside the edge of the box. A chance to shoot here, and it's a good shot, but Bentley was well positioned there and took that easily.
Yeah, that was nice by Jackson Irvine. He just kind of got a ball from McFadzean, controlled it on his chest from 25 yards out, tried to pick his spot centrally, but Bentley was right behind it.
Yeah, he was well positioned. If he'd gone in the other corner, Bentley's in trouble. But he was more over that right side of the goal. That's been a couple of decent efforts. Jackson Irvine and Corley Woodrow having a pop at Bentley's goal early on. Now here's Canos. Canos inside the Burton half. Little 1-2 with Kirschbaumer. Poor ball back from Kirschbaumer. It allows Burton to break. There's an offside going Brentford's way there as Woodrow come back from an offside position. So Brentford will get a free kick. Very scrappy game here at the moment. So we're coming up to the 9th minute. Yeah,
our forward formation. We haven't seen a lot of Sergi. He's hugging the wing now, but he hasn't really been on the wing. Hotter's kind of come in off that wing, but really we haven't. The front three hasn't fired at all in this first 9 minutes.
Barbe again. Oh, that was a little bit too casual there. And Corley Woodrow got a foot in, and the ball's run a good 35 yards downfield. Brentford now got to throw 4 or 5 yards from their own corner flag. The wind is blowing hard, but I think it's swirling more than anything, Mick.
Yeah, I agree, Mark. We're just kind of trying to get a grip into this game at the moment.
Well, the ball's broken to Sawyers here. Sawyers quickly out to Hotter. They've got players on this left-hand side. There's a player down. It's McFadzean. There's a ball's played into the box. Shots for Cannon, scores! Well, the Burton players aren't happy. This same play should have stopped. But Sergi Canos gets his first goal back for Brentford. of this season, and Brentford take the lead on 10 minutes.
That was a lovely cross by Romain Sawyers. It was over there. He got actually wide. It kind of curled in off the wind, but there was Sergi. He was actually at the back stick, and there he came. He was slightly opened up his body, right foot volley, straight into the top of the net. Keeper couldn't see it. Hit the back of the net. Sergi's back on form. We were just saying needed to see him in the game. Came in off the wing. 1-0 Sergi Canos, 1-0 Brentford.
And John Brayford's just gone over to have a word with the referee, Mr. Madley, about why play wasn't stopped. But I think if the referee sees it, he stops the game because he's holding his head. I don't think he saw it.
He didn't see it. I'm pretty sure he had his back to play. McFadzean kind of went down in stages and then he went flat on his face. He was holding the back of his head. Now he's actually kind of holding his nose. So he got some kind of facial injury, but he just lay prone on the floor. By that time, it was already over at the right wing and the referee hadn't seen it and was keeping up with play. And I think that's what the referee's saying to Brayford, the captain. He was saying, look, if I'd have known, maybe I'd have blown, but you know, how could I tell what it was?
They're still in conversation. He's just trying to put over his own perspective of how he saw it. I didn't see it. Sean Ridley's just saying to my left, I think it's 50-50 whether it would stop. It's one of those ones, because the referee hasn't seen it, he hasn't had to make the decision. It would have been difficult for him because, you know, as soon as the rule is, if there's a head injury, you stop play. For obvious reasons.
And he's talking to Nigel Clough now about this, and he's giving his actual version of events. And you know, this referee's very good with sign language by the looks of things, and he's telling Nigel Clough exactly. He saw the two players come into collision. He actually saw that, and he's saying, look, honestly, if I'd have seen it, the ball was already onto the right wing where Brentford had the cross. Brayford, the captain, saying that because McFadzean was the centre half, he was the right back that came across to cover, leaving Canos unmarked. But then you're going into 2 and 3 stages of play. You know, you can't affect the result on something like that. We're looking at McFadzean's dazed. You know, he's had taken a blow to the nose by the looks of things, but there's no claret there. So it's just one of them things, an unfortunate thing for Burton. But the game goes on. Sergi Canos, a lovely volleyed goal. You'll see that on B's player tomorrow. Lovely finish by Sergi. Brentford 1 up. 11 minutes gone.
Yeah, I've just tweeted that on that B's player, a picture of the referee. It's not a very exciting one. Referee having a chat with Nigel Clough. They weren't that animated either. It was. I don't think they feel a great injustice.
No, and McFadzean's certainly not claiming about. I think there was a break in play while McFadzean was receiving attention, where the captain goes and asks an honest question, and I think that's all it is. But we're on with the game.
Here's Hotter on the right-hand side, looking for the ball to come back. Here is Hotter again, edge of the box. 3 players around him. Eventually they dispossess him, and the ball's played out to Marvin Sordell. Kirschbaumer straight onto him. Kirschbaumer just tucked him down. There's a couple of fouls in a couple of minutes for Kirsch. He's going to have to watch himself. Here's Brayford up towards the halfway line. Short pass to Cauley Woodrow. Now back to Christensen. Christensen looks to drill one across field, but Maxine Colin saw that well. Gets a foot in. The ball spins high off his boot. Flanagan heads it back down. Out on the far side is Kitely. Turner then to Murphy. Murphy, the man who's coming, had 103 games for Leeds, of course, former Crewe man as well. And there's a foul on Jackson Irvine, about 10 yards outside the penalty area. Chance for Burton to respond. Yeah, Jackson Irvine was just through there. Maxi Collin come across, and he just toe poked it, and Maxi obviously come across. So it was a definite foul. But they're 10 yards outside the box, but 3 in the wall for Brentford. This looks a fair chance for Burton. Yeah, we've got Murphy over this one. Going to have to be a good one to beat Bentley from here, though, Mark. Yeah, Bentley just positioning his wall. He's quite happy with that. It's got Dean, Maxine Cullinan, Johan Barbe in it as well. In comes the free kick now. It's taken a deflection up in the air and over the bar. It will be a corner. Mark, I've got a worrying report to respond to, Mark. I think there's a drum here. Letter of the law says stop, but delayed reaction to a ball to the face, probably not enough to warrant it. If it was a clash of heads, different story. Yeah, it wasn't a clash of heads, he just seemed to go down, didn't he? Ball played into the box on the corner. Bentley struggling, but he's taken it at the second attempt. Perhaps a little bit fortunate. He's thrown it out quickly into the path of Sergi Canos. This is promising. Hotter's racing forward as well. Canos, he's brought down there just outside the penalty area by McFadden.
That's a yellow. Should be a yellow. Is he going to feel sorry for him?
Well, I think he has.
Yeah.
I think he said, OK, well, if you're a little bit concussed, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yeah, that was a yellow all day long. I mean, he took Sergi out by the right buttock rather than by the leg.
And it was cynical as well, wasn't it? Because that was a real break there.
That was a great throw by Bentley. He's been doing this in the last half a dozen games.
Did it at Forest for their first goal.
He gets that ball, he races to the point of the area and he hurtles it well over the halfway line, skidding across straight into Canos on the counter-attack.
Well, Johan Barbe will, he may look to go for goal here on his left foot. Hotter's over the ball as well, but he's now running away from it. It will be Barbe. They're standing in front of the keeper here, Sawyers, Field and Dean. Now they're running away from the keeper. There's 3 in a wall. Dean will move out of the way. Barbe goes for the top corner. Good save by the keeper. Parried it, dropped it to the floor. McLaughlin and got it in the second attempt. Got it on target. Yeah,
Barbe's got lovely technique with the left foot. Just there, he was just at an angle, like a Johnny Wilkinson kick, but it was centrally. You know, he just kind of caught it beautifully over the wall, but central. If the keeper had let that one in, that would have been a howler.
He's on the far side. Here's Lassie Vibe battling for the ball over by the corner flag. He's got Turner with him, tries to turn. Turner tries to get goal side, comes back in field, flicks in to the edge of the box looking for Sawyers. It's cleared by Burton eventually. Barbe says, I'll leave that one for you, Dan, as Bentley comes racing out of his box. Short pass from Bentley to Barbe. A lot of space for Barbe, but he goes square to his skipper, Harley Dean, who week in, week out has been superb this season. He chips it forward, looking for Vibe. It's a good ball for Vibe. Vibe's in the box. He's looking for players to join him. He looked up, there wasn't anyone there, and as he hesitated, the parry came in and it's just gone behind.
It's a beautiful ball by Harley. He came across, Mark, then he just come across to the halfway line, and it was one of them dinked 30-yard balls to kind of the D of the penalty area, and Vibe just got away from his marker but got closed out. But it's a corner, Brentford. Hotter on the far side.
Yeah, Hotter to take it on the far side. He'll swing this one in with his left boot, of course. This one is swirling in toward goal. Jackson Irvine heads it away. Ryan Woods looks one way then the other, plays it back to Maxime Collin. He then goes out to the right hand side to Kirschbaumer. Kirschbaumer will float one into the box. It's high, it's caught up in the wind. Tom Field looks to head it, but it's Brayford who gets there first, heads it away. Now back with Woods again, then played wide to Barbe. Barbe looks up, goes back to his keeper, safety first. Nice little dummy there by Bentley as he was being closed down by Woodrow, and Burton was straight onto Brentford there to win it back. Now it's Hotter cutting in from the wing, but Kitely is there first. Blustery day here up in the centre of the country, and Burton winning the ball back in the centre. Good run here by Flanagan. Flanagan up towards the edge of the penalty area, passes it out to the far side, and well, the referee was given a free kick when possibly he should have played an advantage.
Yeah, it was difficult. Flanagan laid it off onto the left wing and obviously got tackled and fell under the tackle. And there with Kitely on the left wing ready to ping a cross in, and the referee gives a free kick. So it's a fair chance for Burton, but I think an advantage probably would have been better for the game.
2-1 now, Queen's Park Rangers lead Rotherham. So free kick for the Brewers. Level with the penalty area, 4 or 5 yards in from the touchline on the far side. This will be whipped in right-footed. High to the far post. Bentley is there, and a couple of the Burton players ended up in the back of the net there as they followed through. Here's Canos on this left-hand side. Oh, tried to a little nutmeg, and then nothing subtle about the pull back on Christensen there. Referee just gives him a look, says don't do that again to Sergi.
It's like one of them ones where you did go to the boulevard and pull a girl on the dance floor, wasn't it? Pulled him right across there.
It was almost like, come and dance with me. There was nothing very subtle about it. Was that like you back in the boulevard days? We're showing our age here. Yeah. Is the boulevard a thing anymore? Is it still there?
It's still open.
Here's Jackson Irvine. If you know what we're talking about, we're worried about you. I'm sure there's plenty of listeners who had a few good times down the boulevard. But Brentford looking to have a good time here up at the Pirelli Stadium this afternoon. They're 1-0 up with that goal for Sergi Canos. That'll please him. Ball out to this right-hand side, chance for Brayford to cross. It's played against Field and spins away for another Burton corner.
Yeah, just pressing now. Burton seemed like McFadzean a little concussed for that 5 minutes after the goal. Sat a little bit deeper, now pressing again, and here's another Burton corner.
This one's going to be swung away from goal by Christensen. It's floated to the near post, and Bentley's out of position. There's an easy header for Sordell at the far post, and it's one apiece.
Yeah, that was a real set-piece goal by Burton. Well worked, Cauley Woodrow. It was floated over from the corner. Cauley Woodrow run to the near post, flicked it across. Bentley was nowhere, and at the back post, unmarked, right on the line was Marvin Sordell just to nod it in. That was a really easy goal. The defence are looking at each other. Bentley's kind of looking at the defence, but we really got done there. Burton 1, Brentford 1.
Bentley never ever looked comfortable there, did he, from that corner?
No, it was one of them floated corners that just dinks in. Cauley Woodrow came across, gave that good flick header, and once we were into there, we're into the second phase of the corner, and no one picked up Sordell. Empty net to put it in. He was standing on the line, just stooped and put it in.
Ball fired out to the far side, and not quite sure whether it would have gone in anyway, Mick. We haven't got the greatest view from here, but he was literally on the goal line, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Woodrow, it was all about the Woodrow header. It was the delivery of the corner, it floated there. Once the Burton striker had got to beat the defence and Bentley to the ball, Bentley finished in the back of the net with the ball on the other side of the net, so that gives you some indication of where the cover was. But I think Dean Smith will be annoyed with that. That's a real set-piece goal, and we really didn't adapt to that. But game on.
Well, I have to say the movement from the gentlemen in front of us, who I believe will both be in their 80s, was terrific. They were up very quickly as the ball was in the back of the net.
It was synchronised, wasn't it? I mean, it was almost like a Burton set piece itself in front of us.
Here's Brayford on the right-hand side, level with the penalty area with a throw. Woodrow back to Sordell. And it's out for another Burton corner, same side that they just scored from.
Woodrow's given us a few problems, Mark. He's kind of difficult. He's a very clever player, very mobile, very tall, very thin player. But what he's doing is he's just giving our defence, especially Barbet, he doesn't know whether to come, stick, twist at the moment. Another Burton corner. Well,
Christensen, it's the Fulham connection. He chips it again to the near post. Flick back once more, and here's a chance for another one. And they have scored again at the far post. And once again, it's Marvin Sordell.
Oh my goodness, like I said, 2 minutes, 2 in 2 minutes, and you're looking at it and it's an absolute replica. Christensen just dinked the ball in, the near flick on from the post. There's no Brentford defender. It literally is an ABC of defending corners. At the back post, Marvin Sordell, unmarked this time, could slide it in unmarked from 6 yards. Harley Dean's coming across to Dean Smith saying, what do we do? Dean Smith's going, defend. So at the moment, that is really poor play. To get done once is disappointing. To get done twice is
careless.
Careless, Mark.
More than careless. 23 minutes gone. Brentford now find themselves 2-1 down. I think we're in for a goal fest this afternoon, Mike.
Yeah, I think so, Mark. Like I say, I think that the problem is that Burton have got their tails up. We need to defend these corners. We need to go back to basics defending and who we're going to pick up. But really disappointing stuff the last 5 minutes.
Here's Sawyers on the right-hand side. On the halfway line, plays it back towards Maxim Colan, who goes all the way back to Bentley. Yeah, it was disappointing once again. It was flicked onto the far post, and there's Sordell once again picked off. They were very similar goals.
Oh, completely. I mean, you're just looking at it. It's just a dinked ball in. It isn't coming in with any pace, Mark. So the Burton guy that gets in at the near post, and I think it was Woodrow again. I mean, it's the same set plan. Yeah. And you know, to not actually, and Sordell to be unmarked at the back post for the second, you know, within 2 minutes. I mean, that's basic defending gone wrong.
Here's Kirschbaum out. Here's Canos again. Canos racing into the edge of the box, tries to cross it. It's hit McFadzean. McFadzean saying it came back off Canos, but that's not the case. Phil takes a throw. Here's Sergi Canos. He never had the ball really under control there. Brentford get another throw, just 2 yards from the corner flag on the far side. On Field short to Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum keeps it, no, kept the ball. Well, I didn't think the ball had gone out there, did you, Mick?
Not really, I couldn't see the whole of the ball from there. No. I think that was kind of given with the home crowd.
With the home crowd, absolutely.
Dean Smith's got a real scowl on his face.
Just having a chat with Brayford as he's walking back with a bit of a grimace. He's seeing his team 1-0 ahead and now 2-1 down. Here's Woods. Woods square pass to Barbe. Barbe then back to Dean. Sergi Canos opening the scoring today, and now Burton going 2-1 ahead, and they haven't lost all season.
Harley's beginning to become a bit of a growling bear there at Kirschbaum. He was saying, you come for the ball, my man, you come for the ball. So Harley is beginning to bark a bit here. He's not too happy because all we're doing is going from Barbe back to Dean, and it's not, you know, we're not getting anything from the midfield.
Barbe down the left channel. It's a good ball for Lassie Vibo, but Lassie Vibo, well, nothing subtle about that challenge on McFadzean, who's been in the wars here in the early stages. Dean having a long chat now with Ryan Woods. There's a real inquisition going on out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Harley's there. He's the captain, and he's saying to Woods and Kirschbaum, and now he's having a go at Sawyers as well. He's telling the midfield three, you're going to have to turn up, boys, because what's happening here is the defence hasn't played well in the last 5 minutes, but Harley is growling, and it's good to see. That's what I want to see the Brentford captain do. He gets the midfield that have gone missing. Sawyers, Woods, and Kirschbaum haven't touched the ball in the last 10 minutes. It's good to see the captain with a bit of passion.
Ipswich have taken the lead at Cardiff City Stadium as well. As Dean heads it out to this left-hand side. Brayford with a header out. Now here's Sergi Canos, leaves it for Tom Field. A throw on the halfway line. Brentford looking to get back into the game. Here's Barbe. Square to Dean. Dean closed down. Not sure he wanted that ball. He had the ball just play it upfield quickly. Can't really pick anyone out. Had to do his first job, and that was to defend. Now here's Sawyers. Bit of space. Good ball by Sawyers. Now here's Canos. Canos on this left-hand side, going towards the edge of the penalty area. Really good defending there by the man from Fulham, Christensen. And now here's the man who's got a couple of goals, Sordell back defending deep. Woodrow, now Christensen again on the right-hand side, plays the ball forward. Here's Woods though, Woods spins against Jackson Irvine, and Kirschbaum, well, he wasn't full-blooded enough in that challenge.
Absolutely.
And now he play a ball over the top, looking for Cardi on the far side, but it just spins away. But all the Burton fans around us all applauding.
And that's what you say. You come into these places, and if you're not going to put your foot in, you're going to get passed round and passed through. And Burton at the moment have got the ascendancy and the momentum. And what we've got to see from Brentford is roll your sleeves up. Come on, we've got to go and compete. Had this game under control in 15 minutes. At half an hour, we're now 2-1 down.
Yeah, we're struggling at the moment. Here's Johan Barbe out towards Sawyers. Sawyers plays a ball down the centre for Lassie Vibe to run onto. It's good pace there from McFadzean. I thought he was second favourite to that, but he got there first.
Yeah, it was a good ball by Sawyers. He just kind of played it, slipped it round McFadzean, but he just made up the 2 yards on Vibe, put it out for a Brentford throw on the left-hand side.
Yeah, throw for Field, 5 yards from the corner flag. Short to Woods. Woods tries to beat his man, but it comes back off Woods, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. So the Brewers 2-1 ahead. We're up to the half an hour mark.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a very open game. You can't see it finishing 2-1, but Brentford really have been kind of almost done in the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's what you feel like. You know, you can get done on one set piece, but on 2 set pieces, Mark, that's the one where the manager, I mean, I'm looking at Dean Smith and he's having a right old scowl at the moment, chewing on his gum. I'd imagine that the half-time interval, if it goes in at 2-1, there'll be a little bit of an inquisition.
Well, they won't want to lose 3 games in 8 days, that's for sure. Canos helps it on, looking for Vibe. He's beaten to it by McFadzean. Now here's Kirschbaum. That's better from the Austrian. Cuts back onto his right foot, just over the halfway line. Plays it to Woods. Woods moves it back to Dean in his own half. Dean gets forward, likes to get Brentford firing. Short pass to Kirschbaum. Poor control by Kirschbaum. He wins it back again, but then he's cleared by Burton. Now here's Barbe. Ball out to the left-hand side. That was 15 yards over Hotter. Only a small stand, isn't it, on the far side? Only We've only got about 10 fans back deep there in a row. It's a tiny little compact ground.
It's fast and loose we're playing at the moment, Mark. It goes back to Johan and Harley at the moment. It's just pinging forward, just not using the midfield, not playing through the channels. It's just kind of getting it up and over. It's not the way Brentford are playing. Doesn't look comfortable.
Here's Sordell will be looking for a hat-trick. Little back flick by Christensen. The ball just went out of play.
We're losing the game in the midfield, Mark, and that's what we got to do. Sawyers and Kirschbaum have really got to stand up here. This is a really good chance for them to stake their first team claim, but we're just getting played through at the moment.
Well, Nico Yennaris given a rest this afternoon. Here is Kirschbaum. That's a good ball to Sawyers. Sawyers goes back to Woods, and Woods out to Maxine Cohen. He's got his head down over the halfway line. Hotter's on the right-hand side. He plays it to Hotter. He's going to cut in on his left foot as he goes down the right side to Maxine Cohen instead. Back to Sawyers. Sawyers square to Woods. 15 yards outside the penalty area. Short ball to Kirschbaumer. Kirschbaumer back to Woods again. Here's Canos. Canos on his right foot. It's blocked by McFadzean. He's involved in everything for Burton this afternoon so far. Now it's back with Barbe. Barbe back to his skipper inside his own half. Short to Woods. Woods has to go back to Dean again. No options to Dean. He's over the halfway line. Stops, goes square. No one making a run for him. That's the trouble there, Mick.
Oh, that's right. Burton playing this high line. Just
it's into the edge of the box now. Chance for Canos again. He spins. A good block once more by McFadzean. And now Burton can break. Little pockets of space are appearing on the edge of the box. Now he's Christensen down the right-hand side. Switches feet beautifully. Drifting infield, still with it.
Lovely player, Mark.
Yeah, he is.
Lovely player.
He's a good player. Flanagan to Kitely. Hotter wins it back for the Bees. Hotter back there defending well. Plays it back to his skipper, Harley Dean. Dean turns, goes square to Barbe, but Woods gets involved, goes chasing for the ball and trying to drive Brentford forward. He's calling players towards him, goes back to Kirschbaum. Kirschbaum has played it behind Woods. Kirschbaum calling for the ball again, but Woods spins one of those passes out to the far side. It's all too pedestrian at the moment, Mick. It's very, very slow.
This is what Brentford do when they struggle. They go forwards and back. This is forward ball by Barbe.
Yeah, that's ball cleared easily by Turner. Now here's Cauley Woodrow. Jackson Irving just ducked for that one. He was hoping it was going to go all the way over to Kitely. Brentford just win the ball back. Here's Maxine Colan. Kitely comes back to defend, but Maxine Colan up towards the edge of the penalty area. Plays it wide to Hotter. Hotter chance to cross it here, but they're overloaded in the box with Burton defenders. Now here's Woods again. Woods short to Hotter. Hotter goes for goal from 20 yards out. Good save by the keeper down to his left-hand side. Gives away a corner. Brentford have a chance to get back on level terms here.
Yeah, Hotter from about 25 yards out there. There was nothing on really. It was just a wall of yellow. Got a deflection as he shot through and the keeper palmed it round for a Brentford corner. Taken quickly.
Taken quickly. It's all the way back to Kirschbaumer. Kirschbaumer floats a high one going for the... I'm not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but either way it's about 3 yards wide.
Horrid, wasn't it? Yeah. That really was. So, yeah, Burton really working well. McFadzean at the back, marshalling everything with Brayford, looking very two old pros here. They're constantly keeping a high line. They're not diving in on the tackles of Brentford, but what they're doing is they're starving Brentford of the ball in that it's just going to Harley or Barbe, and what you have on this is that you're looking at it and they've got nothing to go for. Harley's trying to find Woods. Woods can only go out wide. We're not using the ball very quickly, so Burton are kind of got a good game plan here. Is that, you know, they're not flying in with the tackles. The high pressing is just keeping us at bay, just so that central defenders have to play the ball, and it's forcing Harley to make some decisions that he doesn't want to make.
Well, just we're going to have Simon Webster on at half time this afternoon, but we've had Simon Webb on first. He said this is beginning to feel like a game that Alan McCormack should be playing.
Well, he certainly could be out there. I mean, you know, you're looking at something the midfield that, you know, and we're trying to be constructive in criticism here, Mark, because, you know, you're looking at the 2 goals we conceded and they're bad defensive goals. So, you know, you would have a word with the defence about that. But what we're looking at is an open play that we haven't got much options from the back. It's very sterile. It's very slow in possession, and that's your midfield 3. They're not moving the ball quickly. Yeah. There's not options. They're not coming for the ball. And if you're looking at maybe McCormack's an option in the middle. Hurry things up. Put a bit of bite in there.
4-1 back by Burton at the edge of the Brentford box. Marvin Sordell went for goal again. It's broken all the way back to Murphy. Murphy's played that wide. Good control by Christensen, but ball just spins away from him in the end. His first touch was good. His second one wasn't so good. It's all slowing down in the midfield, and it's allowing Burton to regroup. And it's not good to watch, and it's very easy to play against.
Yeah, completely, and it's a game plan. There is no tackles going in from Burton. All they're doing is they're just harrying down, forcing Brentford to go back, and what's happening is the midfield from Burton are just pushing through onto Harley and Yohan Barbet, and what's happening with that is that they're not having no options. I've not seen Tom Field touch the ball hardly. Maxi, we haven't seen Hotter in the last 15 minutes. They're isolating our pockets of danger.
Woods with a strong header forward, away again by Turner. There's Kirschbaumer. A real hoof forward that time by Turner, out to Sordell on this right hand side against Tom Field. He gets there first, then cuts in Field, charging up towards the edge of the box, tries to have a go for goal. Good block by Field, and it will break to Hotter in a bit of space. He's got Sawyers on his left, but he waited too long to play the pass to Sawyers, and back came the Australian Jackson Irvine to win the ball. Now chance for Kitely to cross it into the box to the far post. No one's there. Tom Field gets a shout to leave it, and he does, and it goes behind. But, well, Brentford just aren't asking enough questions at the moment.
No, we're 35 minutes in, and like I said, we just kind of... It's a bit of an annoyance going through the team. Harley's now, telling Tom Field to get upfield, and we just got to kind of get our way back in the game. Burton, very good, what we were saying, starving us of the football. It's almost like they're kind of stifling us in their play. As you say, it's not great to watch, but we've got to use the ball smarter. Hotter got caught in possession there because there was no options in front of him, Mark. He looks up, and they're on us.
Bentley goes long, comes off the head of Vibe out to the right hand side. Now he's Hotter. Hotter chips it through to Lassie Vibe, but it's too heavy. Just seems as if the wind is just running away with us at the moment, although the corner flags are not exactly half-mast, are they, today?
No.
But I think it's that swirling wind. It's difficult to play in, but Burton playing the conditions and playing the team well.
Yeah, I mean, Burton will be pleased with this. They've come back from a 1-0. They're down they're down at the bottom here. They really need the points, and to come from 1-0 down, Nigel Clough will be very happy at half-time.
Yes, he will indeed. It came off the back of the head of Barbet. It's cleared by Field for a throw for Burton halfway inside the Brentford half. We've got Ron Clifford listening in from Weston-super-Mare this afternoon. Good to have you listening to us, Ron, and also Edmund Patton-Walsh listening in from Australia. We're sorry that what started off a good afternoon is not such a good one at the moment, but plenty of time left. Yeah, as Cooley Woodrow plays it back to Sordell. Chance for a cross here from Brayford. It's whipped in. It comes off Harley Dean's chest there. There's chance for Sordell for the hat-trick here. He's played a short pass instead of going for goal himself. Now here's Turner. Turner, chance to lob that one down. And that takes one bounce, and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
Once again, Cooley Woodrow causing us so many problems, just bursting through there. Didn't connect with the header that time. It came off Harley Dean. But when you actually looked at it and you saw that, once again, Woodrow was free. He was between our central defence. He's playing in that role it's like a centre forward, but he's just playing back, holding back. So our central defence are just not picking him up. And there's no midfield tracker with him. Like I said, you're looking at Ryan Woods. Ryan Woods was clapping his hands, telling the central defence, come on, a bit sharper. But I think we've got to be sharper all round, Mark.
Yeah, we have indeed. Woods just helped this one forward. Hotter goes. Oh, Hotter's mistimed his challenge there. It's not happening for the Spaniard at the moment. He's got his own banner behind the goal now. If you can see that up there, Hotter in the last minute. That's
it's a good one,
making its debut today.
Like that.
Who'd ever come up with a name like that, eh? Not too many goals in the Championship this afternoon, but Cardiff have equalised at home to Ipswich, and Wolverhampton Wanderers are beating Fulham. Well, good on them. They're having a good time in West London at the moment. Here's Field, chance to clear it in his own half, just plays it all the way back to Brayford. Brayford just allows that one to run away.
And I think for our listeners, is you can always judge a good performance by the tempo that we play at and the possession of the football. If I said to you I can't remember 3 or 4 passes in the last 15 minutes together, that gives you an idea of how disjointed we are at the moment.
Here's Woodrow, edge of the box. Harley Dean just gets a foot in there. It's played away, and guess what? It's on this side where they've scored their 2 goals this afternoon. Another corner coming in.
Here comes Christensen again.
Yeah, Christensen again.
Where's Cauley Woodrow and where's Marvin Sordell?
He's just getting the ball back from a Brentford fan there. I think I know who that is as well. Who was didn't want to give the ball back to him. So it's happened once. It's happened twice. Let's hope it doesn't happen a third time. Here comes the corner again. Christensen once again dinked a little bit further across goal. It comes off the back of Harley Dean's head. Brentford struggling to clear their lines. Harley Dean goes for a second header, clears it outside the box, but it's not cleared yet. It is now by Woods. Hotter then helps it upfield. Great pass out to the far side. Oh, just over the head of Kitely. Good pass there over his head, really, by Luke Murphy. Didn't quite come off, but Burton looking easily the better team here this afternoon. They're well worthy of their lead as we come up to the break. Brentford give the ball away, edge of the box. Cauley Woodrow chance to shoot, plays one in field. Sawyers is there first, then he loses it to Murphy, and then there's going to be a free kick just 2 yards outside the penalty area. This is a shambles from the Bees.
Oh, Mark, we give the ball away on the right wing, straight across to a Burton player. Then Sawyers goes in for a tackle, 50-50, and to be honest, it's a 50-50, and he goes in 80-20. Bloke goes through the tackle, and then Sawyers brings him down right outside the area. This is a really good chance set piece for Burton. Free kick, just 5 yards from the D of the penalty area, just left of centre. Bentley doing the wall, 4 in the wall. Let's see how we go.
Yeah, Woodrow's over this, as is Michael Kitely. Down comes Woodrow, shoots, scores! 3-1 just before the break, and that's no surprise. Burton deserve their lead here, and Brentford have been a complete shambles this last 20 minutes.
Absolutely, Mark. This is a throw the teacup in the changing room at half-time by Dean Smith. That we completely lost the rudder. We gave it away twice up to the free kick, 4 in the wall. Beautiful free kick. Cauley Woodrow has curled it round along the floor, right into the right-hand corner. Outstretched Bentley. Really poor by Brentford. Burton 3, Brentford 1. Dean Smith should be down in that changing room now, ready for them, because they really do need to be taken apart for what's gone on in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, totally unacceptable. Totally out of character. Not what we've seen the last few weeks. Yes, Tuesday was a very flat performance. They started this game well enough, but the last 20 minutes they've faded into obscurity.
Well, we have Richard O'Kelly, Dean Smith and Thomas Frank all in big consultation. I'll imagine it's going to be which 2 are coming off, because like I said, we're going to restructure the midfield and do something very sharp over half time, because this 11 shouldn't be starting for the second half.
No, there's going to be changes, has to be changes, and to me I'm with you, Mick, it's the midfield just moving the ball too slowly. And Dean at the back there is under a bit of pressure. He wins a foul in the end, but he'll be furious out.
Oh, it's just one of them ones as a supporter, and if you're listening, I can understand we don't want you to turn off, but it's one of these ones that you're just listening to the radio or the internet or the laptop, and you're just saying, what's going on here? And it really is what is going on. If you saw them, it's so disjointed.
Here's Canos on the left-hand side, plays it to Field. Back to Barbe. Barbe will go across the park looking for Hotter. It's a little bit too heavy, just gets one bounce. When they're drilling these passes across, the wing gets behind him.
We're not playing with any common sense, Mark. That's the thing, is you want your football and your play to be thoughtful. But at the moment, I've got to say that Brentford are playing head-loss football. This is how you're doing. You're playing on the hoof and you're just running around. And do you know what? Burton have got us by the scruff of the neck. And do you know what? They've got their foot on our throat. And we don't look like we're coming back from this at 3-1. There's always a game to be won in the second half. But I'm not sure that the present 11 out there are good enough to actually stem the tide in this game. Got to change tactics. Dean Smith has got a real good half-time team talk to lay into them here.
Here they come again down the far side. Kitely racing past Ryan Woods, chance to cross it into the box where Woods gets a touch. They're happy for another corner. They've caused us problems this afternoon from set pieces. Scored from 3 set pieces, mate.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
It's just going that way, and like I say, we just got to limp through to half time. We're on the ropes, and we are really struggling.
One more would be a knockout blow.
Yeah.
We're into the 45th minute. Here comes the corner on the far side. It's floated high away from goal. Flanagan was at the far post. It's come off Flanagan's head under the challenge from Barbe, and Brentford breathe a sigh of relief. Brentford will just want to get back in the changing rooms, regroup. And Richard O'Kelly and Dean Smith in deep conversation at the moment. And rightly so. I would imagine you're going to see Nico Yennaris on at some time. We've got to have someone who's going to drive the ball forward a little bit quicker. It's all too slow in the at the moment, and as you wisely picked out earlier, this is Burton's game plan. Let Brentford have the ball. You know, you're not going to hurt us with moving the ball the way you have. You're not finding the wide players quickly.
They've actually got Brentford to beat themselves. We've starved ourselves of the ball, starved ourselves of idea. They haven't flown in with the tackles. They've conserved the energy. Burton are playing on the break. They play counter-attacking football, and the last 20 minutes they have just literally toyed with us, Mark.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, we've been to places like, you know, the Amex and played really well. We know our game plan, but the thought that's gone into the last 20 minutes is just, you know, you wonder what's going on. It's just playing off the hoof. We're not playing with any kind of purpose at all. So, you know, there is a game to play here. We're 3-1 down. Let's see a bit of character.
Here's Tom Field. Short to Sergi Canos, Brentford's goal scorer, gave Brentford the lead. Now here's Kirschbaumer, chance to cross it in the box. I don't know why, but he's come wide instead. Why didn't he cross it first time into the box? That's, I can see the grimace on your face as well, Mick. I'm not sure. This typifies Brentford's afternoon so far. Brentford do have a throw with Field, comes back to him quickly with Canos. There's Kirschbaumer, leaves it for Tom Field, comes back to Canos again. He was the ball to the far post. There's no one there for Brentford. Headed away by Burton. Woods will retrieve this. No one within 30 yards of him. He's deep inside his own half though. Comes up towards the halfway line. Goes square to Harley Dean. We've just got a minute left in time added on at the end of this first half. Here's Barbe. Barbe chips it down the line for Lassie Vibe. Rare touch for him, but he's offside in the process. And there's some very frustrated looking players out there with black shirts on at the moment.
I think so. There's a purpose, and like I say, Dean's been doing a fair job at trying to marshal the troops, but he's the only one shouting out there. Ryan Woods is kind of looking round, clapping and everything like that, but there's a distinct flatness about Brentford and their play. I think they're a little bit in shell shock here that this game has just romped away from them 3-1 at half time, and we've still got 45 minutes to go. But on the positive side, we've got the chance to turn this round. You get another goal here, and if Brentford get the goal, then you feel that Burton will be really nervous, but at the moment they're well in control, Burton.
They certainly are. It's Cauley Woodrow. He just spins that time and gets his angles all wrong.
He's had a great half, Cauley Woodrow. You know, you have to sometimes put the hands up to the opposition, and they played a smart game and everything, and him and Sordell got the 3 goals between them. So Nigel Clough worked out the game plan here. It's worked to perfection. Disappointing from a Brentford perspective, but sometimes when you're looking at the overall game, you actually have to look at the opposition and their tactics.
Yes.
And they've actually got them in us in the palm of their hand today.
Ball played forward upfield, flicked on by Sawyers. Lassie Vebe chasing this one down, cleared by Turner. Ryan Woods heads it sideways. This should be half-time any second now. Barbe goes short to Woods. Woods closed down. That is the half-time whistle. Burton lead by 3-1. Brentford taking the lead through Sergi Canos. Then a quick double from Marvin Sordell. Then one just before the break from Cauley Woodrow. A free kick just outside the edge of the box.
You haven't been good enough. You're off, son. Whichever one that is, that could have been a few there, and get in. You know, it just felt like a McCormack change for me, to get some steel in there, get some bite, get something. Brentford are in a mess here at 3-1, but they're not out the game. So, I say,
next goal crucial.
45 minutes to go, and like I said, this could easily be 3-3 as well as 4-1, 4-2.
Well, if Brentford can get the next goal, it's very, very much game on if Burton get one more.
I remind you what you said in the car, you fancied a 4-3 today.
Well, you never know. We just wanted lots of goals. Of course, Brentford getting the 4, but the ball's played down the right channel. Hotter can't keep that one in play. It's a throw for Burton, but 2 yards from their own corner flag. The Bees fans behind the goal, quite slow coming back into the stands today. I'm sure there's been some very hearty and hearty chats behind the goal and probably a few naughty words used because there was a lot of frustration and rightly so from the Bees fans. Balls bathed through all the way from Brayford to Bentley. We've got Sheila Carroll listening in this afternoon. Clive Foskett as well. He's on the move, but he's listening to Bees player. He's in Milton Keynes this afternoon. Here's Dean to Maxine Colan. Dean chips it down the right channel. There's Turner. Turner gets the calls for it in the edge of the box. Here's Sawyers. Sawyers, well, he's helped out by Maxine Colan. Back to Dean again. Up towards Vibe. Looking for Hotter. Here's Hotter on the right-hand side. Now, chance here for Hotter to get round Flanagan. Comes off Flanagan. They appeal for handball behind the goal. Nothing given by the officials. And did that come off? Well, it came off Dean last. Brentford were hoping it came off Coley Woodrow. So it's going to be a throw for Burton. Dean Smith there. He never looks too animated. But
I'm sure he was about 5 minutes ago, Mark.
Yes, yeah. What you mind being a fly on the wall? Oh, he didn't seem too happy there as he just bounces the ball back to Flanagan. He looks as, yeah, he turns to us now. You're looking at his face. He's actually about as contorted as I've ever seen him.
It's like a bulldog chewing a wasp at the moment, isn't he? That's a definite scowl on the face.
Here's Barbe over to Dean. Dean coming up towards the halfway line. And short back to Barbe. Frenchman looking for options. Short pass to Vibe. Well, a little dummy by Vibe, who's leaving it for Hotter, but they weren't on the same wavelength that time. And here's Kindly, who can clear it for Burton. Up towards the halfway line, only as far as Ryan Woods. Controls it nicely, plays it to Sawyers. Sawyers somehow gets it back to Woods. I don't think he knew too much about that method though. Here's Sawyers again on the ball, a lot of space for him. He goes square to Barbe, moving the ball slowly but hopefully surely. Ball into the box. That's all the way behind for a goal kick. Frustrating start to the second half, first 2 minutes.
Yeah, just looking to play the balls kind of through the lines onto the run of Vibe. That was just a little bit too far. One through to Hotter about 2 minutes ago. Hotter just didn't collect, but certainly trying to thread the ball through the middle of the field rather than going out wide.
There's a high ball once again. Brentford are going to be playing with the wind in this second half, and here comes Field for a rare run forward out towards Canos. Canos on the left wing chips it into the box looking for Hotter. It's cleared by Turner. A little bit fortunate clearance there by Burton. Breaks their way, comes back to Woods. Woods back out to Field. Field back inside to Canos. Canos edge of the box, nearly slipped over. Hangs on to the ball there. I'm not sure what he was trying there. He's chipped it to the far post. There's no one within 15 yards. Goes behind for a goal kick.
That was a classic case of just dinking the ball in by Sergi. He was just on the edge of the box, surrounded by Burton players, but head down, didn't look up, just dinked it in. No Brentford player in the penalty area, so it just fizzles out by the corner flag. So 48 minutes gone, Burton 3-1 up.
Coughlin already taking time to clear this one upfield. 125 games for Bradford. And once again, he just struggles to get it over the halfway line. Up goes Barber, completely mistimes his header. Somehow wins the free kick. Not sure how that's gone Brentford's way, but we won't complain. Here's Dean. Dean out to Maxton Cullen on the halfway line, short to Hotter. Bit of space for Hotter. Oh, he's tried to play it back across to Sawyers. He's come off the heel of Maxton Cullen, and then Jackson Irvine. Well, that's a shank. That is a shank there.
Great name, Mark. Should be in concert.
Jackson Irvine, yeah, he's a film star, isn't he, with a name like that? The Australian. Here's Barber again, trying to drive Brentford forward. Crossfield pass out to his right hand side to Hotter. Hotter heads it infield to Vive. Vive leaves it for Hotter, and well, good defending there from Burton. Determined there was Flanagan. But Brentford just trying to up the tempo here, Mick.
Yeah, better. Woods is on the halfway line, and he's beginning to kind of motor and tick. Harley bringing it over the halfway line.
Brentford fans just starting to think that their team deserve a bit of a song and a shout, trying to get the team going. Barbe out to his right hand side to Sawyers this time. Sawyers chests it down, chance to cross it, goes short to Woods. Woods edge of the box, Short pass to Hotter. Hotter spins into the box. It's Kirschbaumer. Now a real chance here for Vibe. Vibe through. It's 3-2.
That's more like it.
Far better from the Bees.
Yeah, absolutely. It was played in around the box with Hotter and Kirschbaumer. It fell to Lasse Vibe around the penalty area. He looked up, took his time, as Lasse Vibe always does, poked it past the keeper into the middle of the net, and there we go. The immediate response by Brentford. What was needed and expected. 50 minutes in, Burton 3, Brentford 2.
Brentford needed a score next, and they have, and Lasse Vibe enters double figures for the season. That's his 10th goal. Finished it well. Here's Kitely though, edge of the box. That's a good defending there from Harley Dean. To Sawyers. Now the Beast fans behind the goal away to our right are in better voice. Here's Canos. Canos drifts in field. Short to Sawyers. Sawyers looks up. Hotter's free on this right hand side. Woods spots the Spaniard in space. He drifts in field. Quick ball into the box. Kirschbaumer tries to spin. Vibe once again tries to play out to the left-hand side. A few Beast fans behind the goal are trying to appeal for a penalty. Nothing in that whatsoever. All of a sudden, Brentford well on top here. Here's Sawyers. Sawyers to Woods. Woods through to Canos. Canos, edge of the box. Through to Vibe once again. Tried a little back flick to Canos, who was running through. All of a sudden, Burton don't know what's hit them.
Mark, I would say that there's a few players there that have had a rocket put up, because all of a sudden they're actually running around and running at the Burton players like no tomorrow.
Ball through to Vibe again in the box, and McCrocken was quick off his line, and that ball was, when that bounced, it viciously came off the surface there. He did well to hang on to it.
So Hotter, Canos, Kirschbaumer, all now on the playing little kind of one give and goes around the box, moving, Vibe moving, everyone moving all of a sudden. So what we've got is that fluidity that Brentford play when they play with a bit of panache.
Moving the ball quickly. When we move the ball quickly, that's the way Brentford get their results. When we're pedestrian, as we were in the first half, teams can play against us all day long.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is Woods is such an important part of this. Look, he's looking for the ball, never looked for it in the first half, Mark. Now he is. He's conducting the midfield, driving them forward. Exactly what we were talking about.
Maxim Colin up over the halfway line. Plays it down the right side to Hotter. Hotter's got Sawyers on his outside. Comes in field. Hotter still going into the box. What a run this is. Well, Turner saved that with his legs. Maxim Colin got to the next ball. Will that go behind for a corner? No, it's a goal kick. But that's better. Brentford are pressing now, and Burton know they're in a game all of a sudden. Straight
away, you're looking at it. Woods brings the midfield forward. He's sitting in front, he's 10 yards further forward. Sawyers and Kirschbaumer. Kirschbaumer has now gone a lot further forward, to kind of a link with Vibe. Canos and Hotter seeing more of the ball in the first 8 minutes of the second half than they did in the last half hour of the first half. So all of a sudden, Brentford busy on the ball, looking a much better bet, and we're back in this game at 3-2.
Wolverhampton 2-0 up now against Fulham. They really are enjoying their West London visits. Here's Barbe. Barbe to Dean. Dean out to this right hand side to Hotter. Sawyers has made a run down the right hand side. Sawyers chance to cross it. He does, pulls the ball back, and that's played away by Turner, out for a Brentford throw. That's encouraging to take it. Comes back to Harley Dean. Harley Dean square to Johan Barbe. Back to Dean again, just over the halfway line. Short pass to Canos. Canos tries a little back flick and tries to spin. Good defending by Burton. They get the ball away. Has that gone out of play? No, it hasn't. Here's Kitely infield to Cauley Woodrow. Now here's Christensen, who he ran the game in the first half, Mick, a terrific first half. Now it's Sordell on the right hand side, who's looking for a hat-trick. Kirschbaumer back defending.
Better.
And it's better for Kirschbaumer. Good pass out to Field. Field to Canos, tight on the touchline. Ball in field to Woods. Woods spins nicely, gets away from Murphy. And here's Maxim Colin. Hotter's free on the right. Hotter once again will take on Flanagan. Comes in field, square pass back to Woods. Woods 15 yards outside the box, plays the ball through. It's come back to Sawyers. Sawyers 15 yards outside the penalty area. Now Woods. Woods has got Maxim No.
His head's knocked it. You're in now. You're in. His head's knocked it.
Okay. We are back. There's a gentleman ahead of us, and he knocked our box, and we're gradually pulling the box back away from it. It's still 3-2. You haven't missed anything. We could hear ourselves 1 minute and then not the next. Absolute mystery how it happened. But yeah, the gentleman who is literally 4 inches away from the box, well, he's now 8 inches away from it. It won't happen again. Here's Woods, plays the ball into the box, nearly came through to Vibe, but Hotter's there. Hotter finds Kirschbaumer. Referee wastes play on, and Burton decide they want the foul, so they come back for the infringement on the edge of the penalty area. Yes, he doesn't look a hard case, does he?
No, he's obviously wanting some Burton aggro
we were
here.
having some bemused faces here. How on earth that happened? But, we are right next to the fans. They are the row below us, and yeah, he caught it with his cap. Got a little bit excited as Brentford were getting up ahead of steam, looking for an equaliser, and it was all too much. A little jolt to the head, and all of a sudden it's hit the switch.
All the lights went out.
Yeah. But we're back with you now. And Brentford given the ball away. It's Christensen in towards the edge of the box. Crosses into the near post, and Bentley is there. Bentley rolls it out quickly to Hotter. Hotter's going to have to be quick here. He is, but he's been dispossessed by Flanagan. Flanagan, edge of the box. Hotter back defending, does well. Just did enough to put him off with the cross there. And Bentley can get to that one, and he rolls it out to Woods, who's looking for the ball as again. Now the game's a bit more stretched. Ball played down the centre. Oh, Brentford nearly picked that one off there as Canos gets in. Here's Hotter. Good block by Hotter. Wins the ball back. Now here's Woods on the right-hand side. Well, Canos has come over here. Brentford have won it back. Here's Maxine Colin back to goal. He's going to go back to Harley Dean. Harley Dean goes square. You can hear the Bees fans away to our right now. Kirschbaumer with the ball, driving over the halfway line. Comes back out to this near side. Here's Sawyers. Sawyers to Woods. In space is his skipper, Harley Dean. 10 yards inside the Burton half. Looking for runners. Short to Hotter. Hotter has come in field. 20 yards outside the penalty area. Tries a short pass to Canos. Back to Sawyers. Will he have a go for goal? No, short to Canos. Well, Canos played it one way. Hotter's still there in the box. Can't quite get there ahead of Brayford. Not sure why downwind Sawyers doesn't have a go for goal from there, because he's got a great shot on him. He's just 10 yards outside the box. He could have tested the keeper. Here's Dean. Dean on this right-hand side to Maxine Colan. Much better from Brentford in the second half. It had to be though, Mick.
Yeah, I mean, moving the ball much better, Mark. Much quicker. Not looking at options. People moving around. Ryan Wood's been fantastic this 10-12 minutes.
Here is Vibe, edge of the box. There's two players around him though. Burton win it back. As Woodrow plays the ball in the centre. Jackson Irvine leaves it for Kitely. Kitely out to the right to Christensen. Christensen halfway inside the Brentford. Brentford have got numbers back. They're working hard. Now here's Brayford on the right wing. Plays it down the line. Christensen in a lot of space. Chance for him to cross it. It's one to the near post. Woods heads it high up in the air. Maxine Cohen needs to win this. It's going to come down to Woodrow. Goes for goal, but just comes off the top of his boot. Went high, and Bentley can recover and get that back under control. And rolls it out quickly to Hotter. Hotter infield to Sawyers. Sawyers looking to move the ball a bit quicker now. Comes over the halfway line. Plays it out to Canos on the far side. Canos cutting infield now. Plays a short pass to Vibe. Vibe back to Canos. Canos in the box. Can he get round the keeper? He does. Can he equalise? He has done. It's 3 apiece, and Canos gets his second of the afternoon on the hour mark.
What a wonderful goal by Canos. The Spanish connection there. Spanish Canos played it into Hotter. Hotter with his left foot just played it in a give and go. Sergi got past his defender, went round the keeper to the left, but he was a really tight angle, off balance, got a push, and he just trickled it past in the narrow angle, and in it went with McFadzean into the back of the net. In it trickled. 60 minutes, an hour gone. Brentford back on level terms. Burton 3, Brentford 3.
Terrific. Great goal by Canos, really finished it well. As Mick said, it was a tight angle and the ball was just painfully dribbling towards goal. You wondered if it was going to get over the line, but you saw all the Brentford fans behind the goal go up. We knew it was in. Now, what can Burton do? So they go for the near post, and that was a good shot there by Woodrow, and he's down to his left-hand side, and all of a sudden that 4-3 might come off.
Don't you just love football, Mark? There we were throwing teacups or imaginary teacups at half-time, and now it's the best game in the world.
And Yanaris is going to come on.
A brilliant response by Smith and the team. That's exactly what you want to see as a supporter, as anybody connected with Brentford. We saw what it was at 3-1. We needed a response. 15 minutes later, you're back with 2 goals, back in the game away from home. Really good comeback. Lovely to see the character in the team. Yeah,
it is, and it has been character, because that last half an hour of the first half was dreadful. When you know the team is so much better than that, it's frustrating. Brentford thought they'd won a free kick with Canos, who of course is also on a hat-trick now.
So Yanaris coming on for who now, Mark? After you've had such a good 15 minutes, what's the idea behind this? Kirschbaumer.
That's my thoughts.
Okay.
Maybe totally wrong. Yours? Here's Maxine Cullen on the right-hand side. Chance to cross this in the box. Brentford looking for another goal. Hotter goes for the near post with a cheeky flick. That's 2 yards wide. Now we will see the substitution.
Absolutely.
It is Kirschbaumer who's coming off. But he's had a better second half, I have to say. We were
that's what
not
I was
too
quite
complimentary about him at half-time.
I think that's the surprising thing about it, is you could imagine that half-time, but Dean Smith will be really pleased. The 11 that got us into the mess has got us back on a level game. Now there's a game to be won. As you said on the way up, 4-3 at Brentford, wouldn't that be nice? Cool, lots of goals. And Brentford are back in this game and in the ascendancy. Burton now really starting to sweat, moving the ball. Woods has been fantastic this second half, and we've really looked a quality team in the second half.
We have indeed, as Canos plays it down the left side. There's Yanaris, first chance for him to stretch those legs at the start of this. His last half an hour of the game. I have to say, Dean Smith's contorted face of 15 minutes ago seems to have left him.
That's what you want as a manager. You want a response from your team. You know that the game plan went out the window. You know that the team weren't doing what they do each week in training. And when you don't turn up on a Saturday, and it wasn't a 5 out of 10 performance, we was being kind saying 3, you said 2 out of 10 performance, Mark. But this second half, they've really stood up, really running about, but with purpose. They're playing a clever game now against Burton, who, you know, are really struggling to contain us. Their game plan now, which was let Brentford have the ball and suffocate them, it's not working, because Brentford are using the ball intelligently and carved them open with 2 goals through the middle, Mark. You know, it's not been by luck. They've been 2 quality goals where the passes have gone through, and Vibe put one away, and Canos, that was a real cracking finish going round the keeper.
Ball thrown down the line. It ball's in Burton's half. Will that come to Vibe? No. There's Vibe and Canos with a brace this afternoon. Who scored for the Bees, Marvin Sordell. He's got a couple for Burton, as well as which are getting a very, very good free kick from the edge of the box. And at 3-1, it looked game over, didn't it, at half-time, I have to say.
Well, we said, I mean, you know, it's a cliche thing to say the next goal was so important, but getting that goal and getting it before the hour has given Brentford belief. Here we are with 25 minutes to go with a little bit of stoppage time. There's a game to be won there, and the way Brentford are pressing, you wouldn't put odds on us not going on and creating a... This would be a really memorable comeback.
You can hear the Bees fans in the background. 65 minutes have ticked on by here, and life seems very different now from 20 minutes ago, Mick.
And that's the beauty of football, Mark, is that sometimes you cannot not see it in a game that you've been watching for 45 minutes, but you know the players have got that character and they're beginning to show it.
Yeah, Sawyers has done well to win the ball back in the midfield. There's Yanaris. Yanaris will help move the ball a little bit quicker, and he'll also be an attacking option. Here comes Maxine Colin down the right-hand side, looks to find Hotter. Hotter comes in field back to Woods. Woods back to Hotter. Hotter on the right-hand side. on his left foot, short pass to Sawyers. Sawyers was trying to play it back to Hotter, but he's gone back to Woods instead. There is Hotter linking up. Is Canos looking for his hat-trick, edge of the box. Well, he could have had a go there, Mick.
Yeah,
tried to thread a ball through instead. Sometimes they're just trying to walk the ball in and overplay it.
They've had success. They've had success in the last 10, 12 minutes with two that have gone their way with the short pass in there. Canos had a chance of a shot, just went for another extra pass after 2 short passes had given him that couple of yards of space.
Yeah, Viva España is a message we just got from Sheila Carroll. Indeed, and well, Sergi's back on goal-scoring form. I have to say that that was a great bit of business to bring him back in. Well, not just because of his 2 goals this afternoon. You know that he is going to be a player worth probably 4 times his transfer value and do so much for the team when he's here as well. Such a popular lad, such a great player with so much potential.
Well, you look at the transfer window, we lost Hogan. Hogan was our attacking threat, but you bought Canos. You know, you actually bought Canos, and with a little bit of luck, you bought Hotter back as well. One of the best transfer windows we've had in a long time.
Absolutely. Here's Flanagan, though, was just brought down by Hotter.
Yellow.
Oh, Hotter gets a yellow. 3 fouls, the referee is saying. Yep. Doesn't he know you just can't book Hotter? He's God.
I think he's booking him for a function later.
Yes. Well, it's a free kick for Burton. Kitely to take it, 10 yards in from the touchline as Sean Ridley has just sprayed me with his tee. Ball into the box, it's come to the far post, and there was an opportunity there for Woodrow was coming in. It's gone behind. I hope his goalkeeping skills are better than his putting his tee back skills, because that has just gone all over my trousers.
Was it hot tea?
No, it's cold tea.
See, every cloud has a silver lining, Mark.
Scalding hot wouldn't have been too good. Bentley taking his time over this one. You feel there's going to be a goal here to win the game, don't you, Mick?
Yeah, I just think it's the classic game of both halves. I mean, you know, it really is. But it'll be interesting to see what Burton's character are like this. Is it going to hold on for dear life, or they really need the win, Mark? So, but we're still pressing again.
Here's Sawyers. Sawyers in field to Woods over the halfway line. Barbe, it's a pass from Woods, looking up, fires a ball into the box. It's cleared by Flanagan. They're panicky clearances from Burton at the moment. Woods is there first. The ball powerfully goes all the way back to the goal, to McLaughlin, and you have to say from the start of the second half, it's all been Brentford. Josephson's coming on in a second as well. He may well come on for Hotter because he's on a yellow.
Yeah, it's a good move, Mark. Yeah.
Ball played out to Kitely on this left side. He's going to take on Maxi Cullen. He's on his right foot, trying to create the opportunity to shoot. Goes wide instead to Murphy, and Murphy, well, it took a nasty bounce in fairness to him, and he shanked that one about 40 yards wide.
Yeah, he was just 30 yards out, and he just thought he'd have a crack. He just saw that ears pinned back, and he just about connected with the Pucker Pies sign that is 1 inch from the corner flag.
Well, it's actually Sergi Canos, so no hat-trick for Sergi, but a chance to get some applause from the Bees fans.
Second change for
That's an interesting one, Mark, because I'd imagine the adrenaline and enthusiasm with Sergi on that, but what a good performance by Sergi. We were saying all he needed was a goal as he's getting better by the week, and they were 2 cracking goals today. One a right-footed volley, one he danced past the keeper off balance and still managed at a very tight angle to squeeze it into the net. Very good performance by Sergi today.
Is Vibe chasing this one? Vibe, well, he was charging for that one, then he just hesitated, thinking I'm not going to get it. Then he thought, oh well, there is a chance I'm going to get it. And he would have got to it had he carried on in the first instance.
I thought he just saw the advertising hoardings coming towards him a bit too close for comfort and put the brakes on.
Ball played upfield by Burton. Good header by Barbe down. Woods is there with Yanaris. Woods plays a good ball through to Josephson. First touch for him to show his pace this afternoon, and the ball played through to Hotter. Hotter, edge of the box. Back to Josephson. Chance here. Shoots! Oh, off the line by Brayford. Brilliant clearance up and over the ground. That was heading into the back of the net. Absolutely heroic at the back from the captain.
That's the kind of football that Brentford have been playing in the last 6 weeks. That was wonderful from Joseph Zoom. He kind of came in off the wing. He was going centrally past to Hotter. Hotter gave it back to him. Right-footed shot. Brayford took it off the line. High wide. Hotter with the corner.
Yeah, Hotter with the corner. He'll swing this one in left-footed. It's all Brentford now. 70 minutes gone. Josephson nearly getting his first goal. Hotter with the corner. Comes back to the edge of the box. So Yennaris helps it over. It's just over the bar.
Yes.
Well, Nigel Clough is just come back here for a bottle of water. He looks up to the skies. He knows his team are in a totally different game in this second half.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it there, Josephson was lovely. He cut through the middle there with pace, played that kind of reverse pass to Hotter. Hotter pinged it back to him. By then, Josephson was actually on the right kind of side of the goal, played it past the keeper, but Brayford, what a really good bit of defending, flung himself back, and with his clearance took it high and over the bar, and it could have flown in the net, but he did what a captain needs to do, and he saved Burton from going 4-3 down.
What a save from Brayford.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that wins you a point at the end of the day, Mark.
That's one of the best goal line clearances I've seen for a long time. To get enough of his sort, because it was a powerful shot from Josephson. It ricocheted up and over the stand and well out of the ground as well. Here's Kitely for Burton, halfway inside the Brentford half, taking on Mexico on his right foot, crosses it into the box, header comes in, and Jackson Irvine was ghosting in there, and he didn't quite get that on target. He's gone 3 yards wide, but that's a real opportunity. Yeah,
that was a nice ball by Michael Kitely. He was out on the left wing, cut back into his right foot, looked up, and Jackson Irvine was just as Mark said, ghosting in, kind of came in on the Brentford central defence and just flicked his header, but it was wide right of Bentley's post, but it was a good chance. This game is very, very much in the balance.
Bentley out to his right side to Sawyers. Sawyers challenged by Turner. Next header from Harley Dean. As Christensen beats Woods to the ball. It's Marvin Sordell. Pass out to Woodrow. Dean had to be strong here, and he was, but took a bit of a liberty there, and it didn't come off that time as he just tried to beat two players. Here's Flanagan, good block by Nico Yennaris, and lovely pass by Hotter. Brentford on the march again, a ball played down the centre. Well, McFadden had to win that, or Josephson was through one-on-one. Now Burton having a good spell here. Christensen cuts in field inside the Brentford half, short pass to Murphy. Murphy short ball to Sordell, who's come deep to win this one. He plays the ball to the edge of the box, one back by Barbe. A little bit fortuitous, but we'll take that. Here's Hotter. Hotter inside his own half. Short pass, good one to Yennaris. Brentford moving the ball quickly. Josephson on the left-hand side. Cuts in field, goes down to the byline. Chance to cross it, drills it back. Only as far as Turner. Wasn't the best cross from the Dutchman that time. Woods wins the ball back for the Bees, but then he's just beaten to it by the extra pace in the middle there of Kitely, and gives away a free kick. Yeah,
Ryan just got caught out there. He had possession of the ball. Burton man came in front of him, gave him a little push. So it's a free kick to Burton just in about 15 yards into their own half. But good game now, Mark. It's good tempo, very good tempo. And like I say, Burton playing their part. They've kind of responded a little since the goal of themselves. So game very much tied here at 3-3.
There's a free kick there going Brentford's way on the edge of the box. The Burton fans thought it was Barbe had his arms all over Woodrow, but it was Woodrow backing into Barbe. Brentford are going for the win here.
Yeah, completely. You just feel that this is what a performance to top off. 3-1 down at half time. You win here at 4-3, and this will be an away day to remember for a long time. It's got the good, the bad, and the ugly in this performance.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mick. He's had everything. Not quite a spaghetti western, but the goals have been firing in. And here's Harley Dean in the box. Here's a real chance for Burton. Great save by Bentley. Oh, and then a really bad miss by Coley. Woodrow came back to him from Bentley, and he can't control it, and he's put it 15 yards wide.
Oh, what a roller coaster again this is. Michael Kitely on the left wing, cuts in, leaves Harley Dean for dead, cuts in, looks at Dan Bentley, sees the whites of his eyes. Bentley kind of parries out to Cooley Woodrow on the penalty spot, can't get over it, puts it miles wide right. Gaping opportunity to make it 4-3 to Burton.
Might have been their big chance. Alan McCormack's been warming up. Yeah, I think he's getting ready to come on now in a few minutes' time.
There's been one on one of them big dippers, Mark. Because
Yeah,
you're on
it's a
one
roll-
today.
It's a right roller coaster. But we're not too far from Alton Towers.
Yes.
Here's Flanagan with a throw for Burton inside their own half. Throws it down the line. Here's Dean. Dean goes back to Bentley. Brentford have become the entertainers again. The goals are firing in one of their games after a bit of a lapse with the last two being...
Just had a week off, didn't we?
Just after the 3 goals in the week. Average game. There's Yanaris. Oh, that looked like a foul there. Should have gone Burton's way. Good work in the midfield by Murphy, but Woods has done brilliantly there. Woods has bossed the midfield in the second pass, and what a pass out to Josephson on the left side. Field goes on the overlap. Josephson cuts in field. Goes short to Woods. Woods looking for opportunity to spread it wide. He does so to Maxine Colin. Maxine Colin in towards the edge of the box. Chance to cross it here to the near post. It's hooked high in the air by Turner. But here's Jackson Irvine who can clear it. Oh, what a great pass that is. A lovely reverse pass out into Cartley. Well, he's tried to play the ball through to Woodrow. Woodrow knew he was 3 or 4 yards offside already. And Alan McCormack is set to come on here.
Here we go again, Mark. Ryan Woods.
Yeah.
This is the thing with pace and moving it forward quickly.
Maxine Colin. Ball inside to Sawyers. Sawyers is out jumping. It's Woods though. Woods seeing so much of the ball in this second half. Woods appeals for a high boot there. Nothing given by the referee. The substitution is going to take place now. And for Brentford, it has remained Sawyers coming off. He was only 2 yards from the touchline anyway, so I think he knew what was coming. McCormack races over to Ryan Woods to give him some instructions. And Woods will continue to play where he is. McCormack will try and play alongside him. He's back defending at the moment. Here's Jackson Irvine, chance to play the ball into the box. Great interception there by the Frenchman Maxine Colin. Now here is McCormack heading forward, has to little pirouette, brings in Field on the far side. Back to McCormack again. McCormack ball back to Harley Dean. Harley Dean now over the halfway line. Looks for options. Well, he's chipped the ball to the edge of the box. There's no one there, and Turner, who is not the most cultured player on the ball, I think is the kindest way to describe him, just hoofed that one forward. He's a no-nonsense man. Here's Dean on the ball again. They're going to make a couple of substitutions themselves. Palmer and Dyer will be coming on soon for Nigel Clough's team. Here's Woods, fires it out to the far side to Field. Field, he's closed down by Sordell, so it goes back to Barbie. Barbie, hard pass out to Dean, kills the ball nicely, looks for options, no one available, turns and goes back to Bentley. We're entering the 79th minute. And here's Barbie, gets the ball from Bentley, short pass to McCormack, lets the ball run across him. A good run by Maxine Colin. He didn't see Colin, goes short to Yanaris instead. Now it's with the Frenchman Colin, level with the penalty area. Drifts across the edge of the box. Here's Yanaris. Yanaris short pass, comes back to Hotter, then Yanaris tries a little 1-2. Hotter again on his left foot, goes to goal, hits the post! Unlucky, Yanaris with a chance, drills it back across, great save. Yanaris again, Brentford so unlucky. Hotter nearly scoring again, hit the post square on, came straight back out to Yanaris. And another great save by McLaughlin at the second attempt. It's all Brentford here. Here's Josephson, gets the ball from the corner from Hotter, floats it to the far post, and Brentford players are appealing for a foul there. Nothing given, the ball goes behind for a goal kick. How unlucky was Hotter?
Hotter, it was a lovely bit of triangular one-pass play around the penalty box, and then Hotter does what he did at Nottingham Forest. He just curled that left-footed shot right towards the corner, this time smack on the outside of the post. Comes out to Nico Yanaris, 6 to 7 yards out on the right-hand side. He sees the chance, hits it first time, keeper makes the block, bounces up, Yanaris has another go, and then there's another diving Burton defender, flies in, stops it going goal bound. 3 good chances for Brentford, but Like I say, bit of luck for Burton with the post and 2 excellent saves from the keeper and the defender. So, like I say, this is getting a bit breathless, Mark.
It is. Well, Palmer's coming on, and he's replaced Luke Murphy, and Kitely has gone off, and Lloyd Dyer has come on. Lloyd Dyer, 34 years of age now, 230 games he had for Leicester. Oh, pace man. But what it is, it's an old cliche, but this has been a game of 2 halves, isn't it?
Completely. Very entertaining, though. First
Very
visit to the Pirelli, I'll remember this one.
Yes, yeah, he certainly will. Here's McCormack back to Josephson. Brentford defending deep here. Is Turner, good touch there. Here he is out to the left. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan to Dyer. Brentford closing down where Maxine Conan, he's had a good game himself.
Another solid blocking. Been really good for us this season, Maxie.
Yeah. And not so injury prone. He
No.
hasn't had those niggly injuries.
Fitness in, 2nd season in English football.
Yeah.
He's been a modicum of consistency in an inconsistent side.
That's a very good way of putting it. Jackson Irvine saying he was pushed there, not happy, didn't get the decision from the official, but Alan McCormack was barking in his ear, going to make sure he wasn't going to give any cheap free kicks away.
If I said to you Alan McCormack's marking no one in midfield except the referee.
Yeah. Even the ref was scared.
He ran away, didn't he?
Yeah,
5
he did.
yards, just got some distance.
Don't even think of giving that free kick, ref. Okay, no problem. We'll play on. It's Tom Field on the left-hand side. Ball now in the Burton half. Josephson's 2 men round him. Brayford wins it back. There's Sordell and Josephson coming together. Referee actually does give a free kick to Burton that time.
Just the wrong side, Josephson there, and he just tried to get round. Burton player loses his balance, always going to be a free kick.
Well, both teams have had chances to go on and get the 4th goal. Woodrow probably had the best of it. The ball came back to him quickly, but it's been a wonderful save on the line by John Brayford from Josephson, stopped him getting his first goal of the season. And then there's a foul there on Lassie Vibe, going to go Brentford's way inside the Brentford half. McCormack moves it wide, but Hotter hitting the post just in the 78th minute. He's saving it for the 93rd. Here's Yanaris into the box now. Plays it to Dean. Dean plays it across. Chance for Joseph. Oh, miscontrolled it with a goal at his mercy. Still got it that way. He's lost his footing again. They saying the ball's gone behind. It hasn't. And now he's in a real cul-de-sac on the far side. He's won the throw, but Mick, describe that.
Oh my goodness. Harley Dean, lovely little kind of ball from Yanaris. Harley Dean was on the D of the penalty area. He kind of just put it across on his left foot. Josephson under his feet, didn't look under his feet. So he just, all I can say is Dean Smith did a very good impression. You know that picture, the scream, where you put your head in your hands? That was him. It was a head in your hands moment. Florian had the world at his feet, and it just went under it.
That was his moment. Unlucky before with the one that Brayford cleared off the line spectacularly, but that was down to him, I'm afraid. That was, losing your control when you least need to.
Yeah. Just wanted one touch. One touch. That's all it was needed.
Yeah. Good header there by Barbie. Sordell on towards Woods. Got a message from Simon Webster as our half-time interview, just saying what a turnaround. This is the real Brentford now.
Yeah.
Now he's Hotter. Hotter cuts in field. Tries to find Yanaris. Comes back to Yanaris, but then it's won back by the substitute Palmer. Brentford do win it back. Hotter working well with Yanaris. Home fans are getting restless now. They're getting nervous. They're hanging on for a point. Here's Josephson, edge of the box. Fires it across. There's a chance! And Brentford take the lead! And Lassie Vibe gets the goal. Coming in at the far post with a cross from Josephson. 85 minutes gone. Is that the winner?
What a finish by Lasse Vibe. Off balance. It was bulleted across by Florian Josephson. And there was Vibe, right foot outstretched, diving. And it caught it on the volley high into the net. 84 minutes gone. Lasse Vibe makes it. Brentford 4, Burton 3.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You think you see everything watching the Bees. You really do. We've been going up and down the country for many years. 3-1 down and looking almost like the dog and duck in the first half.
And
they've come
unfortunately,
out.
the dog and duck second team as well.
3-1 down, gone off, everybody wondering what's going on here, and turned it round, and we're playing like Barcelona in the second half.
Yeah.
Wonderful to watch. This is the team for me, Brentford FC.
Flanagan plays it forward, edge of the box, and that goal's been coming.
Yeah.
Lassie Vibe, that's his 11th of the season. They break through again. Vibe here, edge of the box. McCormack's available. McCormack. Josephson's on the far post. He goes wide to Vibe, who's now on a hat-trick. Vibe to the near post. Oh! It's 5-3! And Hotter makes this afternoon complete. It's been a Spanish stroll up here in the middle of the country. It's Brewers 3, Brentford 5.
Oh, was that superb. Lasse Vibe on the right-hand side just played a curled cross in, and there was our man Hotter, not quite in the 90th minute, in the 85th minute. He just stole in there, and he flicked that left foot of a wand into the net, and here we are, Brentford 5 away from home, Burton 3.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff.
Don't you just love football, Mark?
I do, but at half-time I didn't. What a turnaround. What a turnaround. Full credit to Dean Smith and his team.
And that's what you want to see. When you follow your team, home and away, you just want to see a bit of character and a bit of fight. And not only have they character and fight, but they've just exploded into life and given a royal performance this second half. This is how Brentford can play, and this is a glimpse of the future of how Brentford can play, and this is a real character. You know, you may look at what Brentford do in the next couple of years, you may remember this is a game to remember for years to come.
Yeah. There's Jackson Irvine. Plays the ball across. They're talking behind. They're talking about what a collapse from Burton this afternoon.
I think that's slightly unfair, Mark. I think we know what Brentford can do. Burton played well above their levels in the first half, had the game plan, but once we moved up a gear, Burton just couldn't cope.
Here is Maxine Colin, cuts in
Some
field.
of the goals we scored, Mark, have been supreme.
Brilliant.
You know,
I mean, the Hotter one was, in its way, it was just like the one at Fulham when he got the fall.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's a nonchalant flick. It's just lovely to see, all in front of the home fan, in front of our away fans as well. Even better memories they are.
If your sister's eating a third pie, there's no excuse. Ball out to the right hand side. Brentford are looking for 6 here. Here's Lassie Vibe. Vibe shits the ball down the line. It's still in play. Oh, tried to play it back to Hotter. It's all Brentford now, and what a turnaround for those fans behind the goal there. Long faces at half-time, Mick. Big, broad smiles now.
This is the sort of thing. These are the away days to remember. You're right behind the goal. You've seen the Bees score 4 in the second half, right in front of you. Every one of them a winner. Not one bad goal in there. This is what this team is. It's an entertaining team, and it's a team that's just beginning to gel. But what a character performance today. Hotter with the corner.
Here's Hotter, whips this one into the far post. Looked like Barber was being held, nothing given by the referee. It's headed away by Christensen. Play back out to the left-hand side. Look, there's Harley Dean on the wing. He can go back to McCormack. McCormack, he'll be taking the credit for this, of course, McCormack.
He made a really super tackle up to the 4th goal. He really stopped Burton in their tracks.
Here's Maxine Colin right out on that far side. Brilliant defending from him. And it's been as good a performance all season in the second half. But the half an hour before half time was the absolute mirror image.
It's just been, as we said, it's been the good, the bad, and the ugly today. Completely. You know, you've seen everything. It's like 4 seasons in one day. You've seen everything from terrible in the first half to glorious sunshine in the second half. This is sunshine football.
Oh, poor pass there from Palmer. Out towards Dyer, the substitute. We're entering the 90th minute now. Here's Harley Dean, the skipper, controlled that beautifully, played it upfield. Strong header by Turner, back to Woods. Woods has been absolutely magnificent in the second half.
Look at that.
What a great pass that is out to Lassie Vibe. Lassie Vibe's finishes this afternoon have been excellent as well.
2 goals for Canos, 2 goals for Vibe, and our man Hotter. A little bit of topping on the cake.
Yeah, absolutely. Cherry on top of the cake, isn't it, when Hotter scores? 5 minutes of time added on.
Or is that how many goals we've scored, Mark?
Today's Burton Albion man of the match has chosen.
Oh, that's a strong challenge there on Hotter from Turner, and Hotter's
36, Jackson Irving.
He's giving him a look there, and he's just saying to him that was a ridiculous challenge. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a naughty one. It was a frustrating one.
Yeah.
And it could have done some damage to Hotter. He's up and about, fortunately.
And that was Turner, the one who sparked the near riot at Griffin Park in the home game.
This is a message for Alison
So it's going to be the double
Mullaney.
for Brentford this afternoon.
Mullaney, would you please go to the nearest
It's
matchday
Barbe.
steward, please? That's Alison Mullaney.
Barbe through the centre, Hotter here on the right-hand side, edge of the box, controls it beautifully on his side. He's going to take on Turner. Looking for options, plays the ball inside. It's McCormack with a shot. That was a real chance, and it's gone 2 yards wide. That could have been 6.
Oh, that was a lovely ball by Barbe. Out to Hotter on the right wing. Hotter there, took it. Beautiful touch. Just killed it in his stride. That's the beauty of the man. Comes in, cuts in. Everyone's flying into the 6-yard area. But there was McCormack on the penalty area, side-footing it 3 yards past the left-hand side of the post. Lovely move again by Brentford on the counter-attack.
Ball played upfield. Barbe with a strong header back. There's Lassie Vibe charging forward. There's no one up helping him. He's won a corner. Brentford are going to look for 6 here, Mick.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember the last time Brentford scored 6 away from home, but they're definitely going to...
Dagenham.
Yeah. So I think, with all due respect to that
Except the home
competition...
team scored 6 as well. It went to penalties.
So this will be the real cherry on the cake.
Hotter to take the corner on the far side. This one will be swung away from goal. It's high. It's going to come back to Barbe on his right foot. He really caught that one as well. Shot comes in once again, and Tom Field nearly scores. The keeper gets it the second attempt just before Lassie Vibe gets there to score his hat-trick.
That was a lovely shot by Barbe. He actually
Really
caught that really sweetly, sweet as a nut, flew towards it. Burton block, straight out to Tom Field, hit it first time left-footed. Keeper had to save, parried it. But that's how I'd love to see what the shot stats are on this, Mark, because we've been peppering the Burton goal this second half.
Here's McFadden just allowing the ball to run behind for a goal kick. Brentford fans singing it's all your fault, but I'm not sure who to, because the goalkeeper's made a couple of great saves.
Yeah, I was going to say the keeper's played well for them and let in 5.
I mean, we're not exaggerating. Brentford could have had 8.
Yes.
Here, all in the second half.
All in the second half. That's the point.
There's Hotter intercepting. I think it's fair to say that Brewers have completely lost their composure.
Yeah, when it got to 3-3, that game in the balance and that Cooley Woodrow chance at 4-3, when you actually said, Mark, that may come back to bite them.
Here's Hotter. Here's Maxine Colin. Plenty of Brentford players in the box. Chance for Vibe out the near post, and it's gone wide. That was a real chance for his hat-trick. Josephson was there. Yanaris was there. He was waiting for the cutback. Yanaris would have been better placed if... I think if Lassie Vibe had left that, would have come to Yanaris, and he would have tapped that in from 8 yards out.
Yeah, I think Lassie had hat-trick written all over it. He took it first and he tried to dink it in, but it was just too much near the post. Lovely break by Maxi down the right wing. Lovely weighted low pass in again. One of them ones you just want to tuck away.
It's Barbe goes up for this one. Here's Woods. Woods helps it forward. Is Vibe again down the left side. Keeps the ball in play. There's Flanagan, wins it back, clears it upfield over the halfway line. Barbe with a cushion header.
Not over yet. Stop enjoying yourself.
Christensen wins the throw for the Brewers. It's played upfield. I'm afraid you have to say, Mick, the second half there's been a real Brewers droop.
Yeah, I think that Burton have definitely gone for a Burton, haven't they?
Badly, yes, they have indeed. Here is Maxine Colin on the right-hand side. Hotter. When Hotter scores a goal, everybody's days better.
Yeah, life is just so much sweeter, isn't it?
Absolutely.
A hotter in the last 5 minute
Dean
goal.
Smith at half time, he was a bulldog chewing a water, so he's got the cigar out now. And that is the final whistle, and Hotter salutes the Bees fans behind the goal. Brentford have turned this round in the second half. It's been a phenomenal 5-star performance, and I'm not so sure, Mick, I can remember a game that has been such a turnaround.